The community in Mbale appreciates management and the leadership of the industrial park, together with the support from Uganda Investment Authority. The recent giving back to the community project that is very exciting is a market. Outside here, they've given the community a market. Yes. The demand is big, but we want to thank them because that already shows that they appreciate the needs of the community and they are building a good relationship with the community. As they expand, there are other needs that I think we'll have to find a way of getting land, because that place is small, but they also will need sanitation facilities for the market, but also most important, maybe expanded shelter, because many of them are women and they have children. They come with children mostly in the evenings, and then the lighting. That's why I support management of the traffic, because there's a market now. Yes. Apart from the staff here and the other, but part of the issue of managing the highway is that market. Because I've passed here in the evening and the population is immense. Leave alone the road, the vehicles, but the human traffic is big, and now we have a market which is very popular. Yeah. So this sector of the road now becomes an emergency because of the market. Yeah. And we hope that that market can be improved, like I've said, so that we can add components that give dignity to the people, sanitation, and maybe shelter, expanded shelter for them, and storage. Because some of them have perishable food, so that they don't have to walk with bags every evening. They can actually be stolen, but if they can have decent storage of their goods, that would be a very big boost. This being a city, the population is big. Now, for the industrial park, you remember that we had proposed in cabinet to, which is the support of the government policy of all industrial parks in Uganda, but beginning with Mbale, because Mbale has taken off, as you have seen, and it is in the city. We really need to push the agenda, and the this year, please take it up. We are planning that every industrial park should have a low-cost housing estate. These are young people, you have seen them. Most of the people who are working in that park are between the age of 30 going down, which means that they will be starting families soon, or they don't have families at all. And because we are also trying to build industrial parks and dealing with the issue of employment and human settlement, so that the parks which give employment opportunities also have low-cost housing settlements, so that we free the land. We free the land elsewhere, so that we have planned settlement to free the land for agriculture. That was the logic of that policy. And we'll be happy if we begin with the Mbale. There is a proposal which you can take up. In Mbale, we have land that is under the Ministry of ICT, National Guidance. It was formerly under Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. That's it's near here, or elsewhere we can also purchase. But we really need a settlement for this area.
How far is it from here?
It's not quite a walkable distance. It's within industrial area. But that's just an option. There are others. But we want to have a planned housing estate for the industrial park of Mbale, because you cannot speak of 15,000 employees working in shifts, and he has mentioned the issue of we also have to secure them, because as they work, people know about their paydays, they can be harmed. So even for their own security, they need to have a settlement account, an area which the government can partner with national housing, and maybe with the leadership of the park. And then we also plan our towns, because around the industrial parks, what is there? So we don't want to have a scattered population. They are moving this way. That if they're in a settlement place, they can be planned be better for, even with the utilities. And on the issue of security, there is the tract, because you know where they stay. Apart from providing security, we need to build discipline and patriotism. But if they are not in a planned place, then they build a slum, then they develop all sorts of value systems you don't understand. But if they're in one place, from work to a planned place. You can have discipline, you can track them, and you can cause a lot of value system to grow. But also we are trying to free the land from away from scattered settlements. So we feel that you can help us on that, and the GD can also help us on the issue of housing. Low cost housing is an investment issue. On the issue of the same area, we thought that we could do, because these are young people, we could have maybe a school facility, schools and the health center. There has been a lot of problematic issues, because in any industrial setting, there are issues of health and occupational hazard. So if you can have a health facility where people can get treatment, can be managed, whether they have accidents in the park or not, but there is a health facility that also works for the community. And finally, maybe a sports facility within the same complex, because these are young people, and for their health, you have to give them a future and plan for their health facility. We have taken up the issue of Musoto. The Musoto community, they grew local brew. They've been there for a long time. They brew local brew. It's very popular. So the best that we can do is maybe to work with them, first of all, to improve on the sanitation and waste management of their brew, because that is polluting. So we need to work with the industrial park and other stakeholders, the Ministry of Environment and NEMA, to ensure that we deal with the issue of helping them to upgrade their brew into a proper factory, but also manage the waste, because the issue is waste and pollution. It's a local community here. It's big, but they've had it for a long time, and their brew is very popular. It also works as a sanitizer. They had a lot of market during the it works for as a sanitizer. That's local brew, Swaraj and others. So what we need to do then is to help them do the sanitation and waste management, but also improve on how they are doing the brew, so that there is environmental management and the waste management. That's what they also have their own ideas. Maybe we shall do a baraza with them one day, because we can listen to us and to the industrial park, but we also need to listen to the community and line them, because they have like leaders, they have structure, they have leaders, they also have the business leaders there. But they've been there for a long time, and they are neighbors. They are neighbors to the park. They are the issues of the gate. You remember the perimeter wall, the park put a gate there. So the relationship has been building, but in the past they had issues of waste management. This one government cannot accept, but not help them to manage. Because they're also within the city, they are also my voters.